Departures always get people talking, especially when they seem unusual. That's exactly what happened with NHL legend Brian Leetch. His move from the New York Rangers to the Toronto Maple Leafs felt abrupt and didn't come with the kind of send-off you'd expect for a player of his status. Just as fans were still trying to make sense of it, news of his DUI surfaced, raising even more questions about his character. Leach's career was filled with legendary moments, but some parts of his story sparked plenty of debate and discussion. His trade from the New York Rangers to the Toronto Maple Leafs in 2004, for instance, didn't sit well with a lot of fans. Leach had been the heart and soul of the Rangers for so long, and many felt the team didn't give him the proper farewell someone of his stature deserved. It was the kind of move that made people wonder if there was more going on behind the scenes, maybe some internal conflicts that were never made public. Just as fans were coming to terms with the trade, Leach found himself in the spotlight again, but this time for all the wrong reasons. In November 2006, news broke that he'd been arrested and charged with driving under the influence of alcohol. It was a tough moment for Leach, and one that caught fans and the media off guard. He later pleaded guilty to the charge, which resulted in a one-year conditional discharge, a fine, and restrictions on his driver's license. While the incident drew some negative attention, Leach stepped up, took responsibility for his actions, and made sure to avoid further legal trouble. For a while, things settled down, and life stayed relatively quiet. Then in 2011, a new controversy emerged, this time tied to an entirely different situation. Emails surfaced from Colin Campbell, the NHL's disciplinarian at the time, which seemed to show bias against Leach's former Rangers teammate, Mark Savard. The emails caused a stir, with Leach and other players raising concerns about whether the league's disciplinary process was truly fair and impartial. It wasn't just a minor issue. It opened up a broader conversation about transparency and trust in the NHL's leadership. Fast forward to 2013, and Leach found himself back in the NHL spotlight, but this time in an official role. He joined the league's Department of Player Safety, a position that made sense given his wealth of experience and deep knowledge of the game. But in another surprising turn, he left the role after just 1 year. The NHL never provided a clear explanation for his departure, which naturally led to speculation. Was it a matter of effectiveness? A clash of opinions? Fans and insiders could only guess. But the lack of answers left people wondering. Despite some drama and challenges along the way, his legendary status remains unquestioned, and his story continues to inspire countless players and fans. Leach's path to the NHL began with a strong foundation in college hockey, where he played 1 season at Boston College. His talent and potential were evident from the start, and it wasn't long before he made an even bigger mark. In 1988, he represented the United States at the Winter Olympics in Calgary. Just 8 days after the games ended, he stepped onto NHL ice for the first time, making his debut with the New York Rangers on February 29, 1988, in a game against the St. Louis Blues. It didn't take long for Leach to leave his mark. He recorded his first NHL point with an assist on a goal by Kelly Kissio. By the end of that season, he had racked up 14 points in just 17 games, a sign of even bigger things to come. In his first full NHL season, Leach showcased his offensive skills like no other rookie defenseman had done before. He scored 23 goals, a record for rookie defensemen, and tallied 71 points. His outstanding performance earned him the Calder Memorial Trophy as the league's top rookie and a spot on the NHL All-Rookie team. It was clear that Leach was a rising star, and Rangers fans couldn't wait to see how far he could take the team. As the Rangers began building a championship-caliber roster, Leach quickly became a fan favorite. In 1992, Leach achieved a historic milestone, becoming just the 5th defenseman in NHL history and the only American to record 100 points in a season. That year, he also won the Norris Trophy as the league's best defenseman. Remarkably, Leach's 100-point season remained unmatched by any defenseman until Erik Karlsson hit the mark in the 2022-23 season. Unfortunately, not everything went smoothly for Leach during his career. In March 1993, he suffered a broken ankle after slipping on black ice while stepping out of a cab. The injury ended his season early and had a ripple effect on the Rangers, who missed the playoffs that year. But Leach rebounded in spectacular fashion. In the 1993-94 season, he tied his career high with 23 goals, helping the Rangers capture the President's Trophy as the league's top regular season team. That postseason, Leetch played a crucial role in ending the Rangers' 54-year championship drought. The team defeated the Vancouver Canucks in a dramatic 7-game Stanley Cup final, and Leetch's performance earned him the Conn Smythe Trophy as playoff MVP. He became the first non-Canadian player to win the award and remained the only American to do so until Tim Thomas achieved the feat in 2011. Leetch's list of accomplishments didn't stop there. He became only the second player in NHL history, after Bobby Orr, to win the Calder Trophy, the Norris Trophy, and the Conn Smythe Trophy during his career. This rare achievement solidified his place among hockey's elite. Decades later, only one other player, Cale Makar, has managed to join that exclusive club. After the Rangers' championship run, Leetch remained a cornerstone of the team and a beloved figure in New York. When Mark Messier left the Rangers for the Vancouver Canucks in 1997, Leetch took over as team captain, a role he held until Messier returned in 2000. During his tenure as captain, Leetch led by example, both on and off the ice. In 1996, he added another highlight to his career by captaining Team USA to victory in the inaugural World Cup of Hockey, further solidifying his legacy as one of the greatest American players in the sport. Leetch's success continued in 1997, when he won his second Norris Trophy. That same year, the Rangers made an unexpected run to the Eastern Conference Finals, only to be stopped by the Philadelphia Flyers. Unfortunately, the following years were less kind to the Rangers, as they failed to make the playoffs for several seasons. Despite the team's struggles, Leetch's individual brilliance remained constant, and his reputation as one of the game's greatest defensemen only grew. In 1998, he was ranked 71st on the Hockey News list of the 100 greatest hockey players, a testament to his impact on the game. In 2004, after a disappointing season, the Rangers decided to trade many of their veteran players, including Leetch. His move to the Toronto Maple Leafs just before the trade deadline shocked fans and marked the end of an era in New York. The trade was controversial, with many feeling that the Rangers hadn't given Leetch the proper send-off he deserved. Leetch played for the Maple Leafs during the lockout-shortened 2004 season, and later joined the Boston Bruins for the 2005-06 campaign. It was with the Bruins that he achieved another milestone, recording his 1,000th career point. Following the 2005-06 season, Leetch turned down contract offers from several teams and officially announced his retirement in 2007. By the time he retired, Leetch had put together an 18-year career that included countless unforgettable moments. He finished with 1,028 points in 105 NHL games, a remarkable achievement for a defenseman. Leetch's retirement was celebrated in grand fashion. In 2007, he was honored with the Lester Patrick Trophy for his outstanding contributions to hockey in the United States. The following year, the Rangers retired his iconic number 2 jersey, raising it to the rafters of Madison Square Garden, alongside the numbers of Mark Messier, Mike Richter, Rod Gilbert, and Eddie Giacomin. Leetch's ceremony included a special video message from Derek Jeter, who congratulated him from one number 2 to another. Later that year, Leetch was inducted into the United States Hockey Hall of Fame, and in 2009, he received the ultimate honor, induction into the Hockey Hall of Fame. After his playing career, Leetch remained connected to the NHL, briefly serving as a manager in the league's Department of Player Safety in 2015. Though his time in that role was short-lived, it was another chapter in a life dedicated to hockey. He built a career that continues to inspire and captivate fans. While there were moments of controversy and challenge, his achievements on the ice far outweigh the drama. Brian Leetch will forever be remembered as one of the best to ever play the game. And that wraps up today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on more great content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.